What if one of the biggest mysteries in the Kardashian world didn't unfold under flashing lights on a red carpet? Or behind the scenes of a reality show, but inside the quiet space of a child's fan account on Instagram? What if Kim Kardashian and Khloé Kardashian, women whose lives have been mapped out before millions of fans and critics alike, suddenly discovered a truth so surprising, so dramatically unexpected, that it left even them stunned? This is the story of North's IG fan page, a digital corner of admiration, speculation, and playful creativity, and the shocking revelation of who actually runs it. It began like any other day in Calabasas, where the Kardashian family often finds themselves at the center of conversations they never asked for, and yet somehow always knew were coming. Kim Kardashian, mother to Northwest, is no stranger to social media fanfare. For years, she has been both celebrated and criticized for sharing pieces of her family's life online. But nothing could have prepared her, or Khloé Kardashian, for what they were about to uncover about North's Instagram fan page, a discovery that would ripple through not only their family, but also their loyal followers. The fan page in question was no ordinary account. From the very beginning, North's IG fan page presented itself as more than just a typical fan-made tribute. It was highly curated, filled with carefully selected photos, captions written with an almost uncanny insight into North's playful personality, and updates that felt eerily precise, as if someone very close to the family were behind it. Followers began to whisper, who could be running this? Was it just a devoted admirer, or was something else happening here? The Kardashian family has always been well aware of the power of image, narrative, and control. Yet in this case, it wasn't about brand deals or reality show contracts. It was about North Kim Kardashian's eldest daughter, a child who had already become one of the most watched members of the next generation of Kardashian. For Khloé Kardashian, who has long stood as both protector and confidant within the family, the idea that someone might be intruding so closely into her niece's world was deeply unsettling, and so the sisters began to dig. At first, the search for answers about North's IG fan page was playful, almost lighthearted. Kim joked during a conversation that maybe Kanye himself had found a secret way to stay connected, even though he was no longer present in the same capacity in their daily lives. Khloé, ever the investigator in her own right, began combing through the captions, noticing patterns in the way posts were timed and the phrases that were used. Something about it felt personal. To personal. The Kardashian empire is built on exposure, but also on boundaries. And when it comes to children, those boundaries are meant to be more sacred than anything else. So when Kim and Khloé Kardashian finally sat down to confront the person behind the account, the moment was nothing short of cinematic. Cameras might not have been rolling, but the intensity was there. Every word, every pause, carried the weight of their expectations. What they discovered left them stunned. The person running North's IG fan page wasn't a distant fan in another country, nor was it a hired member of their team. It was someone much closer, someone from within their own orbit. The revelation hit like a shockwave, reverberating through their expressions and the silence that followed. The air in the room thickened as Kim tried to process the reality. The carefully crafted posts, the insider knowledge, the uncanny ability to mirror North's personality online. It all made sense now. For Khloé Kardashian, the revelation was met with both astonishment and a twinge of betrayal. To think that someone they trusted had blurred the lines between fandom and family, between admiration and intrusion, was something she hadn't prepared for. And yet, at the same time, there was a strange sense of relief. The mystery was solved. The face behind the curtain had been revealed. The dramatic discovery quickly sparked broader questions about the nature of celebrity in the age of social media. If even Kim Kardashian and Khloé Kardashian could be caught off guard by something as seemingly innocent as a fan page for North would, did that say about the ever-thinning line between public and private life? Where do admiration and obsession diverge? And how much of the story is shaped not by the stars themselves, but by those who watch, document, and narrate their lives from the sidelines? Kim Kardashian, ever composed even in the face of shock, reflected on what it meant for her daughter. North's IG fan page, though crafted with care, represented something larger, a mirror of how the world was already shaping perceptions of her child. Kim had always said she wanted North and her siblings to make their own decisions about their digital presence when they were older. But this fan page, run by someone they knew, had complicated that plan. Khloé Kardashian, deeply protective by nature, spoke candidly in the aftermath. To her, this wasn't just about North's Instagram fan page. It was about trust, about control, and about drawing clear boundaries in a world that often refuses to respect them. She voiced what many were thinking. If their own inner circle could surprise them like this, what else might be happening beyond the walls of their carefully curated lives? The sisters didn't react with anger alone. There was curiosity too, an attempt to understand why. Why would someone so close to them feel compelled to run an account in North's name? Was it admiration, a misguided attempt at protection, or a bid for control over a narrative that wasn't theirs to tell? The answers weren't simple, and in many ways, they raised even more questions than they resolved. And so, in that moment, the drama surrounding Kim and Khloé Kardashian's discovery became more than just a family secret unveiled. It became a commentary on the world they live in. A world where social media accounts aren't just platforms but stages, and where fan pages can wield influence and shape perception in ways even the Kardashians themselves can't always anticipate. The aftermath was filled with reflection. Kim Kardashian decided to take a firmer stance on monitoring accounts related to her children, determined to safeguard their privacy without stripping them of the joy that comes from genuine admiration. Khloé Kardashian, meanwhile, leaned into her role as the family's protector, making it clear that while they may live much of their lives under a microscope, the line would be drawn at the exploitation of their children's identities. The story of North's IG fan page became more than just a headline. It became a moment of reckoning, not only for Kim and Khloé Kardashian, but for anyone navigating the blurred lines of celebrity, family, and the digital age. The dramatic revelation that left them stunned was also a reminder that even the most powerful figures in entertainment are still vulnerable to the same complexities of trust, privacy, and identity that we all face. As the dust settled, Kim and Khloé Kardashian knew one thing for certain: the world may continue to watch, speculate, and narrate their every move, but the truth of who they are and how they protect their family will always remain theirs to define. And North's IG fan page, once a mystery that captivated millions, will forever serve as a chapter in that ongoing story, a dramatic twist in a saga that never ceases to surprise. Because in the Kardashian world, even something as small as an Instagram fan page can lead to revelations that stun, stories that grip, and moments that remind us why the family remains at the center of our cultural fascination.